Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome everybody, guys. Let's take a look again on the forex market. Well, on the forex market currently the overall situation makes the interest for us mostly hypothetical. So because, well, we could focus on some tactical steps, short-term steps, but volatility stands so high that actually it seems that it's time to turn to some trade on either on a weekly chart or maybe even higher time frames, because on a daily chart market shows some really very significant action and makes it extremely difficult for a trading, especially when it ignores the daily levels of the sold or bought. So it's mostly the more or less proper view we could get only on the higher time frames. Still, by taking a look at the Great British Pound that we have currently, so take a look. We said that our next target is 1335 approximately. This is the 127 extension of the butterfly on the weekly chart, and you can see by this drop market mostly has hit it, so just the 30 pips difference with the weekly target. Simultaneously it has reached the 127 extension of the whole upper direction here. This previous lows was 119. If you remember, we talked about it, because it was interesting to us how market will respond to this area. But as you can see, no response has happened. The market just collapsed lower. So currently we stand in the process of running in the quality into the safe haven assets, and there's big demand for United States dollar, guys. Well, because the dollar has just more than 60% of the whole reserve currencies in the world. To get this 60%, you have to sell all the other things, and that explains why all assets are dropping. So the other currencies are not sufficient to return back the 60% of the value of the currencies, and it's demand so high. So traders and investors are selling other assets, not just the currencies that they have, but also gold, also stocks and other things. So, but this process will not last too long. It's probably, I'm not sure that will last. Somewhere in the summer, close to the autumn, I think that should be finished. The slowdown should happen here. Well, but in a short-term perspective, right now we see the pullback starting on the cable. So this is the, well, rhetoric question whether you will trade this pullback here or you will watching for taking the short position and downward continuation. But currently we have the bullish setup, guys, and tactically we see the bounce up, which potentially could provide us the kind of the bread and butter sell. Sit up with a good thrust down. First level to watch for is 121. Also, it will be previous lows here, so that's a point where the market could show the bounce down. That's the setup that we have on the cable. The parallel analysis tells you that on the 4-hour time frame chart you have perfect double repo buying pattern, which suggests, at least theoretically, in the common conditions, market has to reach approximately 50% of the whole thrusting action, which is 123. But I would better focus on the closest standing target, somewhere around 21, so around these lows. That's more reasonable. At least when the market will start to come into this area, we will see in what the pattern are forming here in the kind of the ABCD maybe or something of that sort. That led us to estimate the target with more precision. With our setup on the Euro cable, you can see the market shows the fake breakout and returning back down. It's just due to the drop on the Euro. But personally, guys, I have not excluded the chance that potentially within the few months we could get the double parity. So I'm not sure that this will the final point in this game. I mean, with this ratio, this range, it's just a pullback till the end of the March. We still have more than the week, and it's really could happen that market could return right back up. This first point. Second, I have not excluded chance that we will get the two parities. First on the Euro and second on the cable, which means that cable could drop faster to the downside, and that overall relation between the euro and cable will be also the parity. So that's why this shows the approximately ratio 1 to 1, and stands right here. It's matched to the target of this range. So despite this pullback that we see here, I'm not sure that this is the end. So I think that we will see some interesting progress in the next week as well. But meantime, currently today's Friday, it's better to focus on very short-term trading. And well, I think that this setup here is worth to our attention. So either the double repo buy, or here's a Brent button that will be formed somewhere in these areas. The things that we could keep an eye on.